Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of Kottabos Space Program, where, hey, we got a nice Kerman on the moon here, which we can think of him as Jebediah. Which brings me to today's episode. Originally my plan was to attempt something to bring back Jebediah, but I'm not entirely sure what I want to do about bringing him back quite yet. Because I looked at his lander, and there is still a good amount of fuel in there, possibly enough to get home. So I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to send a rescue mission just to be on the safe side. But it is Jebediah. It might be best to just let him have at it. So I couldn't make up my mind, and decided that while playing last night and just messing around with some things here in Kottabos Space Program, that I needed to do a bit more work on my space station, and for a very specific reason. As you can see, once this finally loads in, come on, there we go, I did finish up this additional section of my station, so I now have all 4 modules hooked up here. Our wonderful crew retriever right here, and then this spot over here for future extensions. And I originally was planning just to put like a refueling station here so that we can make sure that our ships have enough fuel to go on to their other various missions out into space. But then I realized something. I now have 6 Kerbonauts, or Kerbins, Kerbals, whatever you want to call them, up here in the space station now, and this crew retriever can only take 4 back to the surface. Which, you know, is perfectly fine for regularly scheduled launches for switching out crew. That works, it's great. It's perfectly adequate and fine for the job at hand. But what if there's an emergency? Now remember, I like to play the game, even though there really aren't goals or anything real per se that you have to do. I still like to play as if there were, and sort of roleplay it a little bit. Which is why I add on like the communication dish and things like that, so that they can talk with the people down planet side. And so I want to make sure that, even though there wouldn't be, if there was an emergency, that all of these kermans can get back to the surface. And so I decided to design something for this episode for us to send up to the space station, and that would be this emergency escape module. Now let's load it up here, and you'll notice that it is using the same heavy launcher that I have been using for most of my missions so far. It has served me very, very well, and I am extraordinarily pleased with it. And we'll continue to use it for orbital missions. It works quite well as a hauler. And then on top of it, we have this. A section for the space station full of 8 escape pods, so that we can still send up 2 more additional kermans that I do want to send with the refueling section. They'll basically be the fuel attendants. And with this, we'll make sure that all 8 will be able to survive if disaster strikes, which it will attach to the station on the opposite end from the crew retriever with this clampotron right here. And then we have this arrangement of 8 escape pods fitted with fuel so that they can launch safely away from the station. Now, I'm pretty sure that these wouldn't actually be able to make it back into the atmosphere at all. They don't have nearly enough fuel in them for that. But it would ensure that they could float away from the station to safety. And then we have some lights here, of course, to illuminate it all, and at the bottom we have another clampotron, so that we can eventually put the fuel extension off this way. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. It's kind of based off of a couple of designs that I've seen on the forums, as well as on Reddit, for basically escape pod systems. And I've kind of taken bits and pieces from a lot of different designs and made it my own with some various things here and there, and I'm quite pleased with it. I do hope it works well. I did have fun when I first built this section. Before there was a rocket under it, I actually put it on the launch pad and just launched all of these sideways. It was pretty funny. They didn't go very far, which is why I don't think they'd be able to make it back into atmosphere, but it worked. It functionally worked. These separators, or not separators, decouplers, give a little bit of initial oomph, and then these little rockets take it the rest of the way out to safety. So yes, I'm very hopeful about this, and really looking forward to putting it up to the station today. I think it'll be a cool addition. So I am going to, as I do every episode, double check this, oh god, gargantuan order, which this is all of the escape pod stuff right here. But yeah, I'm going to double check to make sure that all of these are correct so that we are good for launch, and I will see you in a moment on the launch pad. Alright, we are on the launch pad now, ready to go. Oh, I think I must have forgotten to end that flight over there. Got some debris from a space plane flight I was trying to attempt. It didn't go well. But yes, let's focus on this one though. So we are good to go. We have no crew to wish good luck. It's just a robot, so let us send it up into the heavens in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Alright. A good clean launch so far. Excellent. Going up quite nicely. I am liking it so far. It seems to be doing very well. On par pretty much with our previous uses of this heavy lift rocket. Alright, we've almost got the first tanks down. Bam, there we go. Good clean separation. With the debris falling back to the, lovely launch pad there. Probably not good. Watch yourselves down there. I never really thought about that before. Every time I launch, I'm just dropping all sorts of painful things on top of that whole space center. Okay, well, enough of that happy note. Let's start our gravity turn. We're kind of angling a bit there, more than I'd like to see. Okay. It's rolling a bit. I don't like that, but it's not rolling in a oh, God, what? What just happened? Okay, for some reason, something went very, very wrong. That rocket took off when it shouldn't have. We are now losing complete control. And yes. Well, now that we've lost complete control, launch the escapes pods! Well, yeah, those actually went pretty decently. Let's follow one. Nope. And I've lost contact with all the escape pods. So oh, come on, I want to watch him. Why can't I watch that? Yeah, so that launch was a failure. Let's restart. Oh, God. That was bad. Alright. I must have accidentally hit the spacebar one too many times. Okay, well. Yeah, let's give that another go. Okay, well. After that somewhat amusing disaster, let's give this another go. And launch. Alright. Going well so far, though I'd hope so. Usually, right off the launch pad, we don't tend to have issues. But you never know. And after that previous launch, that does worry me a bit more. But that was definitely mostly pilot error. I hit the staging button too many times. I accidentally must have hit it twice. go. That's good. Launching well so far. Though we're not to the stage where things went wrong quite yet, so we'll see in a minute. About to start the gravity turn. This is when things start to get a little bit hairy from at least the last mission. Alright, let's try this again here and hopefully not hit the staging button too many times. Yeah, I can't believe I did that. But hey, at least we know that the escape pod system works. Good times, good times. Ooh, I do not like that rolling. Ah, God. God, and we're spinning out of control. Okay. Bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back. Okay. That was worrying. Very, very worrying. Alright, I'm sticking pretty well to the 90-degree line here. I'm liking that. Let's just try and get a bit more of a turn. This is probably way too much, and I'm doing it very inefficiently, I bet. Hey, it works for me. Okay, we're almost to the 100-kilometer point I like, and there we are. I don't know why I like 100 kilometers, but it seems like a good point for setting up orbital maneuvers so that I can then rendezvous or send myself outwards somewhere. Let's bring that around. Yeah, we'll bring that in. Yeah, it works for me. Okay. Alright. Switch off the SAS for a moment and go to RCS. That's saying that it's going to be a 30-second burn. I never know if I want to trust that or not. I mean, it looks good. It looks like a good number, and I did get a really wide turn for my gravity turn, so that did work out quite well. We did get a nice, good arc. That does worry me a bit. I don't know why. I just never trust that. I'm not under acceleration. How am I under acceleration? Now will you? What the? Well, that's just... No, that's definitely not showing the right time now. Oh god, what am I supposed to burn at? Why isn't it... I'm not under acceleration. Well, that's just strange. It always lets me do that here. Huh. Okay, we're gonna deal with it. And yeah, I really don't trust that number. It's gonna need to be a lot more than just 3 seconds. I'm probably gonna want to burn at about... I'm thinking maybe start at the 30-second mark. Yeah, let's start a burn. Yeah, close-ish. Probably should have done it about the 15-20 second mark, but hey, I can live with this. It's going quite nicely so far. We'll have to dig into our second stage here, but we typically do. I can never get it all the way into orbit, which is this one stage, especially with my flying. Okay, let's angle up. There we go. And it's picking up quite a lot of steam now. Okay, almost. Almost, and that's close enough for me. Yeah, we're a bit higher up than I wanted. But yeah, I can live with that. So, let's set our target. Take out this node, we don't need it anymore. And I will bring you guys back once we've achieved rendezvous of some form. So yeah, I'll see you in a moment. Alright, we are back and have our rendezvous. Let's set that Clampotron as our target. Flip ourselves around. Come on, a little quicker. Nope, I'm doing the wrong method of spinning. Here we go. I'm just... oh, it's taken me so long to get that rendezvous. My head's just not exactly working correctly. Ah, good times, good times. Okay, let's turn on SAS right there. Okay, lock ourselves in. Oh man, I need to rotate around here. Okay, that's the way I want it. Excellent. So lock ourselves in right there. Start moving forward, inch by inch, or centimeter by centimeter, more likely. Gotta go about 100 meters here. Take a little bit to close that gap. Okay, I'm actually going to control from my Clampotron. I think that'll be my best bet. How are my resources? Wasting them. Okay. Moving well. Let's go down a bit more. Yeah, I'm not too worried about doing this docking. I've gotten pretty good at docking over all of them that I've done thus far. So that really doesn't bother me anymore. But rendezvous, man. Rendezvous. Jeez, those things still get to me. It takes me absolutely forever to do them. This one in particular took me about an hour and a half to finally get here. Oh, I'm not good at it. I don't know why. It's just not my forte. Oh, let's turn on the lights so you have a bit more to look at than just the darkness. I was going to wait a bit until I was actually on the light side of the planet. But, like I said, it took me so long to get the rendezvous that I was just kind of like, let's do it. Come on, let's go. Let's dock. Let's get this over and done with. Oh, man. I do love this game, but, jeez, rendezvous. I'm always so tempted to actually use MechJeb to do it for me. But the last time I actually did that, when I was just messing around in here, it tried to realign the orbit to match the plane of my target by attempting to go around the entire planet, which would have taken a very, very, very long burn. So, yeah. Best way to do it is manual, it seems. And which means it's just gonna take a while. Alright, let's... Where are we in relation to everything here? Let's give a nice lateral RCS push to try and get us closer to the station and more in line with it. Oof. Okay, let's just rotate ourselves a little bit. Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure why. I really must be designing my RCS systems poorly, because whenever I do try and go side to side or up and down, it always ends up rotating me a bit too, rather than just giving me that side to side or up and down movement that I'm looking for. I don't know why. I mean, it appears that I'm doing it right, but obviously I'm not. Because otherwise it'd be not giving me these issues. And hey, what are you gonna do? I did control from that Clampatron, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Okay. Ourselves a little bit more, and we still need to go down a fair amount. Let's just do that. Alright. Coming in pretty nicely right now. Let's back off a little bit. Try and get ourselves not so close yet. Okay. We are moving away. I don't want to be moving away. Alright. Start moving forward again. I need to change my camera. Yeah, free. That's not good. Ooh. Okay, let's go to Chase. I like Chase. It has served me well in the past. Come on, let's move a bit more forward here. Angle ourselves. Excellent. Here we go. I do wish that these lights were a little bit more powerful. And what are you gonna do? Okay, whoop, bit much, bit much. Okay, now let's move ourselves over a bit more. Okay, now we're okay. All right, that's close enough there. Excellent. All right, we need to bring ourselves up. And excellent. Angle up a tad. A little bit more, actually. There we go. Oh, we went too far to the side. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, now we need to go up a little bit, move a bit forward. Whoop, that's not what I meant to click. Okay, okay. Moving in nicely. How are we over here? It's not bad. Move down. A little over. And come on, magnetism. No. Okay, let's back off a little. Or Or not. It seems to be trying to magnetize. I can't really back off. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, and there you have it. We have our space station now with a lovely system of escape pods. Oh, God. Jarek and Billy are happy. They're two of the new crew members that were sent up with the last mission. Ooh, this thing's getting a bit wobbly. Yee. Okay. Well, yeah, so that's going to be it for this episode before this thing shakes itself apart. That would not be good. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, the SAS. Turn off the SAS. That should help. I think it should. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah. I'm gonna head back to the Space Center before that thing shakes apart. We'll find out what happens to that space station in the next episode. Yeah, oh man, that thing was definitely getting a bit big. So, yeah, it may shake itself apart. We'll see. But yes, I do hope you all have enjoyed this episode. A little bit frustrating for me. We had a bit of a crash, and then a very long time for me to do a rendezvous, but that's nothing new for me. But yes, again, I hope you all enjoyed, and that you come back for the next, and have a good one.